faces of the people while you're talking that there was a big guilt. But I tell you what, first, ladies first. This is my wife, Cynthia.
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me? Good afternoon. Just bear with me because this is the first time I'm gonna do the sharing in my entire life, I think. The last time I speak in the crowd, I was at uni sharing my homework. So this time, good afternoon and thank you. Like what my husband said, thank you, Brother Jude. It's really engaging and very touching, and probably most of us will go to confession later. So we're both born in the Philippines. Alex and I are both active in church activity here. He's in the choir, and I'm also, Alex and I also in safeguarding promoters, and I'm also a volunteer for the Lab of Creation project by Father Neil, which is the Return and Earn. So if you have some recycle, you can bring it every Sunday here. We become a member of CFC last year's same time this year. Around June we finished. And kudos to Atalina for her persistence in encouraging us to join the CFCA. And most of all, we thank God for using her as an instrument to be in this community. First, I'd love to share with some story of how our relationship began and how we overcome life challenges, together growing stronger in our faith. So Alex spent 32 years in the sea, and he was a captain for 17 years, and now he's working as a marine consultant. I'm a registered nurse here in Australia since 2011, and Alex is 14 years older than me. And some people said he's a cradle snatcher. Is that right?
Yeah, probably, but I was a victim as well, you know. She's the only young person, my girlfriend. The other ones are all older than me. So.
But I think it makes sense, because if you married older than you, maybe you will not have more children.
Okay. I agree.
So I have 4 children of my own, and Alex also have 4 children of his own. So we met through American Singles, an online dating site. Would you believe? So at that time, I've just been from a broken relationship a year before that, and he was a widower. So we started dating, and since our traditional costume that, because he just a widow just probably a few months ago when I met him. So we're not allowed to get married within a year from our past spouse. You know, after a year of the, what do you call it? So I'm lost. That's it.
I have to break the tradition because of her.
So we live in together and enjoyed premarital sex, which I would say we're guilty of serious or grave sin. What Brother June mentioned, that it's one of the serious sin. So I think that's a fornication. Yeah. In the early days of our relationship, we both decided to have a child. And despite of our effort, we tried many times, but no success. Then we asked help from OB/GYN, and after several attempts, so God gave us. I became pregnant with our first child, and our hearts were filled with joy and hope. At the beginning of the pregnancy, we faced a difficult test. In my first ultrasound, we can see the heartbeat, but when we came back, the doctor said she can't hear any heartbeat anymore. And then she told us that she feels sorry for us, and we have to come back next week for the DNC, or we call it dilation and curettage, the scraping of the uterus, because I lost the baby. So we're very devastated with the news. Then I asked myself, is it because we enter a premarital sex, or we're in a very early stage of relationship? The guilt was there at that time. Yet even in our grief, we held into our faith and trusted God to carry us through the painful moments, asking for forgiveness of what we have done and trust for His forgiveness. And then the following week, we returned to the doctor and for the removal of the tissue. Although we were heartbroken, we prepared for ourselves for what the doctor had told us. And before the procedure, the other doctor that checked me a week before is not there. And then the senior doctor, OB-GYN, take over. And she said, can I perform more ultrasound before we proceed? And as the doctor examined me, something unexpected happened. We're surprised that our baby is alive. She see the heartbeat. And yeah, I feel like it's a really miracle.
It is really. And she is our only girl.
Yeah.
By default, she's my favorite daughter.
So,
Can you stand, Emma?
and
There she
so
is
I
now.
become pregnant. And now she's there. So, yeah, she's a really miracle baby. I become pregnant. I gave birth to her, and now she's there. Yeah, she's grown up very beautifully, and yeah. So after that, Alex went back to the ship when I was pregnant. Then when he came back, he proposed a marriage to me. Did you?
Was it the other way around?
No, I think. So then we got married at Seville. So that was our 21st anniversary was last week. And then after that, we had our church married the next month, the following month, which is on the 28th of July. So you're all invited to our church wedding anniversary. So,
No, it was actually me who proposed marriage in church. Believe me, my first marriage was not blessed in church. So anyone who's not married in church yet, I
better go to church.
good advice to get married in church.
Yeah. So back to being a member of Couple for Christ. What I've mentioned earlier, we just been a member since last year. There's not much I can tell you, but the one thing that I can tell you is I'm guilty of being greedy. So greedy because I was working full time. And I'm working Sunday. You know, Sunday when you're a nurse, you get more money, double pay. So, and also working sometimes 10 days straight. I'm working as a casual. So, but since I encountered the Couple for Christ family, I try to give my time and devote my time, especially my weekend, to the community. So since then, I never work on the weekend. I work sometimes Saturday, but if really my work is really desperate and if I don't have commitment in the church, so yeah. And I know God will provide, and until now, we're here, we're still having food in our table. I still can buy sometimes a little bit only, some my luxury needs, not much. So that's my little sharing, and I give the floor to my husband, to my 3G. You know what is 3G? If Telstra has 5G, I have 3G. The greatest gift from God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Being a 3G is my trinity. Or the 3-in-1 coffee thing. That's wife, angel, and friend. And anyway, back to me. Yes, maybe a short introduction again. Yeah, she said I was a captain, and yeah, it was a very successful career, all attributed to me. So that's the difference. When I joined Couples for Christ, I started to realize that, yeah, it's not me. That's one of the sins anyway. The temptation that you can be independent.
The pride.
You're good. That's why you say, I'm good. That's really pride. So be careful. Because so many of us is a victim of that. Yes, I'd like to give the credit to the couple, Lina and Joe. Because believe me, I finished the CLP. We finished with perfect attendance. And I'm the busiest person here. Everyone included, believe me. No one is busier than me.
You work 48 hours a day sometimes.
God used Lina and Joe to bring me in with the cat.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, I was a successful captain. And yeah, it was that I also realized I cannot dwell anymore on the repentance and faith that much, but it's true, believe me. You have to have faith to have repentance and the other way around. Just somebody explained it like two sides of a single coin. And anyway, my experience, that's why I'm here. Yeah, really good captain. Believe me, have any one of you thought about the experience of St. Paul and Jonah? When St. Paul was shipwrecked in a storm, and Jonah was thrown overboard to save the ship. In that sea, I was there many times with the same storms. But the problem is, I was the captain. You cannot run away from those problems, isn't it? So that really exposed me to how God is. And I have always that picture in my head. That hand is there all the time. I really realized it when I joined Couples for Christ. And you know what's the product of that? You don't worry about those things anymore. Whatever God gives me, number of hours sleep. Yes, believe me, I'd rather pray first before I sleep, even if I only have 2 hours to rest. When I'm driving to Sydney, so many of the people, I really, sympathize with them because they have to drive. I drive up to Wollongong, 4 hours to go and come back, and I still work there. But you know why? Even the priest here, one Father Anthony, he was on a car wreck, but God saved him. But I told them, you see, I don't fall asleep, even if I don't have any sleep in 24 hours. You know what I do? I pray the rosary.
Okay.
You don't have to hold the beads itself, but this is a good reminder to pray. I use my fingers. So yeah, probably there's something else that I want to share. Because Brother Beato is really all the things you can add any more in there. It's so packed with lessons. Is the maybe the most attention getting thing in the Bible is the swine miracle. Are you familiar with that? When Jesus came from the boat to go on land, and there was that man, and he asked, "What is your name?" And this man was possessed by devil. Well, probably the right word is devils. Because when he asked his name, "What's your name?" he said, "I'm Legion, because we are so many." Do you know what the Legion is? is about 2,000 people. So there was 2,000 devils in that one man. One of the amazing things that really got me into focusing is when Jesus said, "Get away from the man, move out." What did the devil do? Devils, the legion of devils do. They listened. And here we are, with all the things that we're being taught to us. We never listen sometimes, isn't it? And we doubt. But the devil at once ran away, obeyed Jesus. Are we worse than the devil? You think? But that's not the most amazing thing. Because we think we are the one thinking. That's why we have the guilt. It is not us. I'm telling you, it's the devil. It's always there. We are all victims. So when Jesus said, love one another, because he knows we are really brothers and sisters. We are not at fault at all. Forgive each other. Forgive each other. Yeah, that's it, really. If you think of us as victims, then you are more forgiving. Isn't it? If you personalize the thing, then you're being misdirected by the devil again. Very subtle. And I was a successful captain. Really, it's not an easy job to be. That's why you have so many poems about captains. Isn't it? The prestige is there. Like the captain, our fearful trip is done. But as a group, Couples for Christ is never done. You know why? Because we are here. God called us. God chose us to be here so that we can help those people out there that needs our help. It's really important for us to become bigger and bigger in number. Remember, strength in numbers? That's it. And our children, grandchildren will be here. You know, I don't have to tell you. Suicide and abortion is here. Do you like your children or your grandchildren doing that? Of course not. That's what we have to do. That's our task. To help this community bigger and bigger, the whole Australia, maybe the world. Isn't it? Nothing is possible. With us, it is. But with God, nothing is impossible. We just hold on to that hand. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.